Hey TechKnowStuds! Now there are times when we want a greater bandwidth between our switches and our routers. We've already taken a look from switch to switch and what the ether channels look like there, but let's see what it looks like if we are going to create more bandwidth between our router and our switch. In this scenario right here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to increase the amount of links we have between these two devices, this router and this switch right here. And we'll set up an ether channel in order to do that. One thing just to double check before you start configuring things is making sure that your duplex and your speed are matching and that things are not off from that perspective. To create a routed port on a switch, it's really quite simple. So what we're going to do is I'm on my layer 3 switch here. We'll get into the global configuration mode. From there, we're going to get into the interface and we're going to be configuring the port channel. We'll come up with a new port channel now. I'm going to just do port channel 3 here. So we'll get into port channel 3. From there, we're going to do a no switch port. So we're changing this from a switch port into a routed port. So we do a no switch port. Now that's associated with the port channel 3. And I'm going to do an IP address. So a routed port needs an IP address. So we'll assign just a IP address to this, so let's do 10.240.10.1 and we'll do just a /24, make it easy here. So .0, so we assign an IP address to it. Now we need to configure the interfaces to join this, so I'm going to end out of here and then actually I do need to be in the global configuration mode and then get into the interface. We're going to do 1047 first, and in 147 we'll do a no switch port, so we're going to turn it into a routed port. We'll do a no IP address. We're going to just do this just to make sure that there's no IP address so that's assigned to this, and then we'll assign it to the channel group and we'll do 3. And the mode, this is where we'll just choose on. We'll just turn it on at this point in time. There's, of course, we could do the LACP or PAGP, but in this case, we're just going to do on. So I like to call that out specifically on these commands. So hit enter, and now that one's configured. And then I'd run through the same set of commands for 48. So we'll do 48. We'll do the no switch port, and then no IP address, and then part of channel group 3. And there we have the two configured. Now they're part of a routed channel group. Once we configure our layer 3 switch, we would jump over to our router and then configure our router. Now our router, or my router at least, has to have a switch port module installed on it to go through these very same commands, in which case I don't have that module installed on it. So I'm not going to demo that part of it, but it would be the same process of setting up the switch ports on a router to be routed ports.